Most bankers aren't ready to help you until after their third cup of coffee. But with Central National Bank's after-hours service, you don't have to wait for the bank lobby to open to get help. You can contact us from 6 to 8:30 in the morning or from 5 to 10 in the evening, and we'll connect you to a real, live, local person who can answer questions and fix problems 7 days a week. Bank different. Bank Central. Central National Bank. Member FDIC.
Through the night, deep in the heart of Texas, the trailer park is nice and dark. Deep in the heart of Texas, Ted drinks his brew and he spits his chew. Deep in the heart of Texas, the TV blares but no one cares. Deep in the heart of Texas, here we go.
Hey there, everybody. Welcome back to King of the Hill Rewatch Podcast. I'm Mike.
And I'm Rusty.
Rusty! We got a special guest today.
Yeah, we do.
Tell me who we're talking to and what we're going to talk about.
Well, this is on the Twitter campaign, posting on every mention of King of the Hill. Jordan is one of those people that got mixed up in me posting, hey, check out our podcast. Hey, check out our podcast. Hey, check out our podcast.
That sounds so dangerous.
So,
you got mixed up
yeah, I got mixed up. So,
sorry about your time inside.
She interacts and comments and stuff on Twitter and stuff like that, and posts. And whenever she posts, Monday, I'm listening to Bois, that kind of thing, and post our stuff. So, I put a hit out for everybody that wants to be involved in the show or wants to be a guest. So naturally, as a fan, she wanted to be a guest on here.
Yeah,
and she's somebody again, kind of like Artie, that's listened to every episode. So.
Wow, thank you, Jordan. We really appreciate it, and welcome, by the way.
Thank you. It's really an honor to be a part of something that I love so much.
Well, thank you very much.
Thank you.
It makes us feel so good.
Yeah, it makes us feel good. Yeah, we like hearing that stuff. It keeps us humble in this whole podcast experience.
Jordan, do you look anything like your avatar on Twitter?
I used to. I actually just dyed my hair recently, so I'm no longer blonde. Okay. I'm now a redhead.
Okay, because it's a bit Powerpuff Girl-y looking, right?
I know. Well, that was actually, I used like a Powerpuff Girl generator, and you could like create yourself in a Powerpuff Girl.
Oh, that makes sense.
Do they have beards on there?
Yeah,
maybe mustaches on the generator.
If we could generate that for all three of us, that'd be
great.
So, Jordan, tell us.
It's very much giving.
Tell us your tie to King of the Hill. What is it about King of the Hill for you?
So I've been watching King of the Hill ever since I was younger. I guess it was one of the shows that my parents watched that they felt comfortable letting me also observe while they were able to still watch adult television. So it's just something that throughout my life I've kind of it's been a background show when I'm like going to bed at night, put on King of the Hill, doing some schoolwork or some work related things, put on King of the Hill. It's just like a background filler. It just doesn't get old.
No, it really doesn't, does it? I mean, I can only think of like 2 or 3 shows that I can say that about. King of the Hill, The Office, those are 2 for me. That I can just kind of have on in the background. I loved
Julia Childs for me.
Julia Child?
Yeah, they got it on Pluto TV. They have Julia Childs. They got like the black and white ones and like all the way through her career on there, just like the reruns.
Did you watch the
background.
show on HBO? The Julia show?
No, I've never seen that. I didn't know that existed. I'll have to check that.
So, Jordan, tell us what you do and what part of the country are you in?
So, I'm in Atlanta, Georgia. I pretty much, my life revolves around managing a corporate smoke shop chain based also in Atlanta. We're called Smoke World.
That is so
if you're in the area, definitely come check us out.
That is so weird.
We have 6 open locations. And then we've got more coming in the works.
Wow.
So that pretty much consumes my life, just managing the stores themselves and the employees and whatnot.
Yeah.
Definitely a lot. Not the same every day. Like, I get a different thing that I have to do every day. It's
Sure.
Yeah, it
doesn't
sounds wild.
It's not redundant.
Are you from Atlanta?
Yeah, I've lived in Georgia my whole life. I've kind of lived like in metro Atlanta for the most part up until about 4 years ago. I actually moved into the perimeter.
Oh, okay. All right. So the perimeter being I don't. That's just the outskirts or something.
Like
Is that what we're
suburbs.
talking about? Suburbs? Yeah.
So in the perimeter, I guess, is in Atlanta, that's how we refer to like being in Atlanta. If you're outside the perimeter, I guess you're like in metro Atlanta, which is like the surrounding areas, like Gwinnett County and stuff.
Sure.
Oh, okay.
Okay. All right. That makes sense. So, Jordan, what is our King of the Hill topic du jour today?
Yeah. What did you have? You were saying something about how petty Peggy is for our topic of discussion today.
Yes. Peggy to me is she's just not the best character. I understand why she is the way she is, I guess. And she does have some redeeming qualities. That's not me to sit here and say that she's, an awful character. She brings a lot to the show. And I will say that I did write some examples where I feel like were her top 3 worst moments, in my opinion.
Oh, wow.
And at the end of each episode, she does sort of redeem herself.
Generally, sometimes, yeah, maybe not fully, but she makes the effort to, if nothing else, always. Yeah, she always puts the effort in to try to be better, but always falls a little short.
Every time.
Just real quick, Jordan, I will warn you. Once you start talking about a specific character like this, you're going to get all the mail. It'll everybody will be like, get off Peggy's back.
We mentioned the ditziness of Luann, and then
we got crucified.
We got a review
Luann.
that everybody was like, "I'll leave Luann alone," and I was like, "Well, we're not saying Luann is
I love Luann
dumb and that we dislike her. We're just saying that she is ditzy. She is a very intelligent and very mechanically minded for sure.
Yes.
She could fix a car better than anybody on the show, I believe.
And Peggy, I guess, really, when you think about her, I mean, she's strong. she's tough. I mean,
she's resilient.
She's got a great mustache. I mean,
she's a war wagon. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. She's an old battle axe.
She is kind of a battle axe, though. Yeah, if you think of, I guess, really, when I think about it, my grandmother was kind of like that with my grandfather.
Just real stiff, yeah.
Yeah, she was the one that basically ran the house,
Yeah. Because Hank doesn't really.
Yeah.
He has a quasi control. He it's an illusion.
Yeah,
she's the one that's really in control of stuff.
And I
really, whoever cooks the food.
Yeah.
And is the one that's in control of every situation, I believe.
Yeah, it was weird. The one that we're covering this week, the wedding of Bobby Hill.
The wedding of Bobby Hill.
At one point, you see Hank and Peggy in the kitchen together, and they're both preparing the meal, which is just the oddest thing for me to see.
Or them sitting on Boomhauer's bed, staring at a camera together.
That's a whole other thing.
That was pretty odd too.
That
was different.
Yeah.
Tibideox.
Yeah. So Jordan,
what's your 3? What's
you
number
got?
3? What's the bottom?
Start with the
what's
third
the bottom Peggy moment on your list?
All right. So for number 3, I pulled season 4, episode 4, which is Little Horrors of Shop.
Okay.
Which is essentially the episode where Hank offers to be the shop teacher for free.
Oh, yeah.
And the students actually really take to him, and Peggy doesn't like that. She gets extremely jealous of his interactions with the students being so positive because she is running for substitute teacher of the year for the 3rd time in a row.
3rd one, yeah. She's going for the
and so obviously Peggy being Peggy, she's more worried about her winning than the fact that her husband is having a genuinely good experience.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Which is terrible.
Somebody else's happiness is never going to get in her way.
Yeah.
I mean, she's definitely going to step over those bodies.
100%.
I don't know. I feel like that's indicative of the attitude about men's mental health, period. Hank is expected to just suck it up and let his wife be the winner. He can't ever have a winning moment without her being, I guess he would probably feel the same way if she was up for like some propane award. He would probably be upset if she came into his world and like won an award. He probably, I don't think he would be as petty as she is, but it's kind of like with the Boggle thing where he was more worried about going to the mower show than the Boggle. And then at the end, he ends up with her Letterman jacket on, cheering her on kind of thing. But, you know, but I just feel like he's better at redeeming himself. Than Peggy in those types of situations. And I feel like he truly comes through with like almost a complete redemption where hers are just, they just don't fully flesh out.
Yeah. I don't know that she's ever like fully redeemed herself or even meant to, you know?
I don't think she ever.
I mean, she doesn't like go out of her way to go, oh, I was wrong or whatever. No, that doesn't happen.
No, never genuine.
No, I don't think it is. I think it's very self-centered of this Montana lady. So what's your next one, Jordan?
All right, number 2 was also in season 4, episode 17, Bill of Sales. The episode where she majorly exploits Bill for her own personal benefit as a MetaLife sales manager that she calls herself.
Yeah.
The what do they call them?
MLM.
The
multi-level marketing.
Multi-level marketing. Okay.
Yeah.
The pyramid schemes. I literally put falls for a pyramid scheme because she's kind of dumb.
Yes, that's the biggest thing to me with Peggy, right? And this is a thing in society. The most dangerous thing is a dumb person who thinks they're smart. You know, I mean, it really is like the
self-proclaimed genius.
Yes, self-proclaimed genius. That goes back to this one too.
But
there's nothing more dangerous.
No, you're right. There's nothing more dangerous than a person who thinks they're hyper intelligent. No, you're right.
We've had several of those in the highest office of the land, I believe.
It is terrible. Yeah. Well, I mean, it's dangerous when you think like it, especially like because I had that in work environments, like. Where you're actually working with dangerous equipment in dangerous places with sharp blades and sharp equipment, and people are like, "Oh, well, I know how to do that."
You worked at that Brisk factory, right?
The candy factory. No, not Brisk. It was the candy factory, M&M's. But used to manufacture Snickers. But there's people up there that would have this crazy confidence to stick their hand in machines that were running to do like quick clears and stuff. And I'm like, nah, dude, you have to open the guards so the power is off to the area you're working on. And they would just like, well, I've done it, you know, I've been doing it for 20 years this way. I'm like, well, you know what? It only takes one time to lose your whole hand.
That's
dude.
That's
true. I mean, you've been doing it for 20 years. On your 21st year, you lose your hand. I said, I would rather not, you know, live my retirement out with one hand. So,
Jordan, do you have both hands?
I do. I have both hands and all 10 fingers.
Good job.
All the phalanges.
You've made it to your current age with both hands and all your phalanges.
We're struggling. I have them all. You know, they're all sore and stuff. But
honestly, I say that, and I was just joking around, but I have like 3 fingers that are all cut up.
Yeah, my hands are just all.
Because when I was probably 10, 11 years old, I stuck my hands under a metal folding chair as I was sitting in it.
Oh,
and it closed up on my hands. Yeah.
And you were in like this weird like Schrodinger's cat kind of thing where your hands were
it's like
because
you
couldn't get
apart,
up, you couldn't do it either. No matter what you're doing, you're in pain.
Yeah, damned
if you do, damned if you don't.
It almost felt like a Monty Python skit. You know, when they cut off a hand or something, they just start squirting. You know,
yikes.
Yeah, I'm pointing to my left index finger. It was like hanging off. Right
that's
here
not
at
good.
The top.
Yeah, that's not good.
It's not great. Great. Yeah, but I got this new cool metal one now, so we're good.
Oh, okay.
Jordan, I really don't have a metal finger.
Okay.
Okay, so
I just have to take your word for it.
Yeah, you do.
He is the bionic man.
I'm going to send some pictures of
we
my
have
fingers.
The technology.
If
the
you'd like
$6 man.
If you'd like to, if you'd like to see my fingers, onlyfans.com.
Onlyfingers.com.
Onlyfingers.
It's just dismembered fingers on a table, and it's just called Onlyfingers.
No, I don't like that at all. All right, Jordan, what's your number one example that Peggy's a turd?
All right, my personal opinion for her worst moment ever, season 10, episode 15. The episode where she intentionally teaches Lucky inaccurate information that he fails his GED test because she believes he's not good enough for Luann's.
That is terrible.
That's terrible because it's it's terrible on like 2 or 3 different levels. The first level that it's terrible is it's a man who has lived a crazy, weird type of existence, an abnormal existence that's trying to better himself for his family.
Yeah.
Not only is the second level is the family that he's trying to better himself for is your niece's family. The third level is you're impeding the progress of a man who has a child.
Yeah.
That is your great niece on top of it. So it's just like 3 levels of petty crap. It's like she's trying to manipulate and control to the extreme point where it affects not just his life, but it affects his earning ability to provide for.
Oh yeah, no, it affects
her niece and
so
great
many
niece.
people. She doesn't ever care. Though.
You would think that she would be upset in doing something like that. Like Peggy would, like, you want Luann to do better and you want her to have a better existence, but now you're not only stopping, but like standing in the way and throwing obstacles at this dude. Like, wow. No, you're right. I think that one, as far as like I've seen or discussed or thought about in the show, I think that has to be one of the worst ones for sure. That is god awful.
Yeah, it's pretty rough. I mean, when you look at any of these lists of bad things that Peggy has done, I mean, you've got impersonating a nun, you've got the GED thing, you've got what was the paddle called? Old Hickory or whatever it was.
Whatever. Yeah, Old Faithful.
Where
she was
was smacking
Old
kids
Spanky.
around.
Yeah, Old Spanky.
She stole Bobby's turkey. She does not tell anyone that Alamo beer was poisoning Mexico. I mean,
yeah, she just there was a lot of things that she didn't.
What about Randy Travis? She literally sinks Randy Travis in the water.
Almost kills him.
That's what I'm saying.
Almost kills that right there. Like in the real world, that is an attempted homicide.
Attempted homicide
maybe
of Randy
premeditated.
Travis.
Maybe premeditated.
It is
too,
premeditated
because she thought about it and she went and like removed the chalk so the thing would roll into the deal. No, that was bad. That was bad look.
She's
then Peggy is
the number
piece.
Number one on this list says that Peggy kidnaps a girl from Mexico. Now, I
remember that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, the girl's literally trying to tell her, hey, no, I can't go with you. I don't know what you're talking about. And she's like, no, you're a student, because she can't speak Spanish for real.
That's fantastic.
I don't even think she speaks conversational Spanish. She just speaks, like, I call it Panglish. It's like Peggy. It's like
Peggy Spanish.
It's like Peggy Spanish, like
English?
Panish, like Pinglish.
Pinglish.
It's just like
Pinglish.
some weird amalgamation of whatever the fuck she's speaking.
Yeah, she speaks a lot of different languages.
A lot of whatever.
So Jordan, what you got anything big coming up, like at the store, or is there anything you want to push? Anybody you want to talk about? Do you want to use this time to quit your job?
So we don't have anything necessarily with the stores. We do have a couple more locations opening, but obviously that's only big for people who are local here, as we don't have like an online platform just yet. We're working on it.
Oh, you guys are trying to open like you're talking about like a e-store where, say I live in, Cumtown, Alaska, I can order papers or whatever from Georgia.
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
Cool.
So we're working on that, but we do. I've got another brand that we work really closely with, where we're partnered with a bunch of like some of your bigger name celebrities, like Offset, and now rest in peace Takeoff, where we've created a bunch of products like Delta 8 and tobacco leaves and hemp wraps.
Oh wow, that's cool.
So we've got a couple of lines there. So like obviously if anybody wants them in their local smoke shop, all they got to do is contact Superstar Brands and ask for the Narquito and the Birkins.
Oh, cool. If you have any samples you want to send us, I'll gladly send you some reviews back on some free product for sure.
I'll definitely try to see if I can hook you guys up with some samples of all of them. We've got tons laying around in the warehouse.
Yeah, cool. That'd be cool.
Well, thanks, Jordan. Yeah. That's nice.
I appreciate that.
Yeah. So, Jordan, what do you do when you're not doing this? What do you do when you're not either watching King of the Hill or running the stores? You got any hobbies? Things that are close to your heart?
I am a mom. I have a 5-year-old daughter. So I have her half the time. I have split custody with her dad.
Sure.
But other than that, I collect Squishmallows. I actually sent you guys some Squishmallows. They should be coming soon.
What is? I'm sorry, I'm very old.
Yeah, he doesn't know what a squishmallow is. Well, it's kind of like soft Funko Pops kind of thing. It's like it's not like celebrities and stuff like that, but it's just like they have like tons of them.
Oh yeah, now I'm looking at these. Yeah. Oh, these are fantastic. Thank you, Jordan. That's very nice.
I have quite a few of them, so I figured I would share my love of them with you guys.
Well, that's
so I sent you guys each
nice
one.
Of you. Thank you so much, and we'll definitely give you a shout out on that stuff.
Mason,
that's wonderful.
You have a Squishmallow coming.
Mason, you're getting the.
And we could put him up here on the shelf in the studio.
Yeah.
I mean, have him right here. When we
yes.
I think Mason needs to wear him around his neck every time he's here.
we'll daisy chain them together, and you can wear them as a Squishmallow necklace.
You'd be the world's first Squishmallow rapper. Okay, well that's wonderful, Jordan. So I'm going to ask you one last question, then we'll let you get out of here. What do you think about the reboot?
I'm super excited about it.
Yeah.
Obviously, I'm kind of wary because they can go either way. It can either be really bad or really good. Yeah. I don't feel like there's an in-between with a reboot of a show that's as good as King of the Hill is.
Yeah.
So
well, on the night
I'm excited, very hopeful, but I'm trying not to get too excited in case I get let down.
That's right.
Everybody will hear it here first. Me, Mike, and Mason. It's going to be, a struggle for us, but we're going to do it. I hope I'm in if these guys are in, but we're going to give you guys after it airs, midnight that the air date is, we're going to try to have an episode released that same night after the midnight release of
I think we ought to try to do something live.
We should try to do something live somewhere.
That'd
we could
be
do
cool,
it anywhere.
right,
we could do a live deal, yeah. And we could sit here and stream live.
Take some calls and stuff.
What we're doing, and watch the show and then record and then have the first ever release podcast episode about the very first show because I already know.
You and Mason, let me know how that turns out.
Yeah. All right. We'll get you some coffee, old man.
That's right. Give me some coffee.
We'll get you some no decaf.
Well, Jordan, thank you so much for joining us. We really appreciate it, and we love the fact that you're out there listening to us. Thank you for the feedback, the joy, everything. We really, really appreciate it.
Yeah, we do. We appreciate it so much. Thank you.
Yes, of course. I really appreciate you guys having me as a guest today. It's like I said, it's an honor.
Well,
not a problem at all. It's an honor to have a guest on that listens to us as faithfully as you have. So we appreciate it so much.
Make sure. Make sure you get Rusty some mailing info. I want to send you a couple of things.
Yeah. I got the address or whatever written down. I'll have it all emailed to you.
Cool. Well, Jordan, thank you so much, and again, just tell your friends and family, and you tell two friends, they tell two friends, so on and so on.
Of course, I've already told everyone. I'm going to be on it. You guys got to listen to my episode.
Awesome. Thanks so much. We appreciate you.
Well, anybody that you've told that you need to shout out real quick?
I guess I will shout out my boyfriend, Justin. He's been probably the best part. At least he helped me study last night. He helped me come up with some of the the Peggy moments.
Very nice.
So
thanks.
He definitely was a big help.
You said
and then
Justin?
of course I was nervous this morning, and he was like, told me not to be nervous. So he's been pretty good. He's actually sitting right here next to me playing Xbox as I do this.
Oh wow! Well, tell him we said hi. Tell him thank you.
All righty. Well, we appreciate you so much. Thank you again.
All right. Thank you, guys.
Talk to you soon.
Bye-bye.
All right.
Trash fight all through the night, deep in the heart of Texas.
Well, Rusty, I thought that was fantastic. She was very nice, lovely fan, with her boyfriend sitting right next to her, who helped her study last night and all that. It's just wonderful. And if you are out there listening and you're interested in being on the show, please drop us a line because we'd love to hear from fans. I think it's fantastic. Fantastic.
Yeah, no, that was great.
Rusty, where can they find us?
Well, guys, you can find us at linktr. That is going to be linktr.ee/BWAAAKOTH. That'll have all of our links. I know I keep saying we're going to update the music. We are going to update the music. I'm going to flash it clear today. I'm going to get Mason added on there on the Spotify playlist, and then we're all going to add 10 songs apiece. It's going to be a mix. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be rap. It's going to be rockabilly. It's going to be classic country. I mean, there's such a amalgamation of music in this room that it's going to blow your mind. Also, I've been streaming on Twitch too. If you guys want to come hang out on Twitch with me, we could talk about King of the Hill if you want. I don't necessarily talk about King of the Hill or play anything related to King of the Hill, but if you want to come hang out and talk King of the Hill, the Twitch link is also on the link tree. It's Rusty Shackelford 05 on Twitch. And we appreciate it. I've had actually a couple of guests from the show, or a couple of fans of the show come hang out on the Twitch stream. It was pretty cool because I've posted the link a couple of times on the Twitter feed or whatever. Yeah. And hey, guys, come hang out with the host of Rusty, the host Rusty from King of the Hill podcast. And they, I've had a couple of people come hang out or whatever. So that's cool. I appreciate all the fans and interacting anywhere that we do anything. We appreciate all the interaction. Is right? It's really a good measure of where we're at in the podcast world. So we do appreciate it.
Hey, I want to say one last thing on our way out of here.
Hotel Arlen, come on. What's up at Hotel Arlen?
Yes, if people get on at Hotel Arlen.
Hotel
please.
Arlen on Twitter. Go like it. Go follow it. Go stir it up because we're hoping that we stir up the guy that owns it. Maybe he'll get some notifications on his email that he hadn't seen in a good decade nearly, and he might log on and kick it back off and do some interacting back and forth with us. That would be cool.
So I believe when we left, it had 81 followers or something like that.
And it's got more follows on it. I did notice that it did jump. Did go up. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's fantastic. If you're listening out there and you've not gone to Twitter looking for @Hotel Arlen, please do. Go follow it and post to it. And I would just like to make that like our default Twitter thing. Like you just show up and everybody goes to Hotel Arlen to meet.
Yeah. No, that'd be cool. Yeah, that'd be fun.
Maybe we could host the if we can get in on this thing, maybe we could host our live show at Hotel Arlen.
That would be cool. Yeah, no, that'd be fun. Maybe if we ever get to have our own like physical studio for this podcast, it could be called the Hotel Arlen. Could be the name of the studio.
Nice. I like it. Yeah.
Hey,
thank you all for joining us. We really appreciate it. Just remember, we're not that kind of podcast anymore.
Nope.
And I guess that's it for this one. We'll see you next time.
Wimatanye.
Wimatanye, indeed.
This has been a Rogue Media podcast.